Good morning.
Welcome to another episode of Josh and Kelly.
So we just completed week 3 of being in the truck.
Already.
So we wanted to give you an update. I especially wanted to let you know how things were going because Josh is adapting a little bit better than I am. As you know, we had a really quick start to our adventures. We packed up really quickly, kind of just threw everything in the back of the truck, and then we headed south to Florida. So we really didn't have a routine in place, and we didn't really know, not used to setting up the bed, maneuvering everything, and adapting to the small space, going to the gyms, that whole routine. Like, we had been in a home for 4 months, and I was really out of the routine of it all. And we had some interesting things happen in the last couple of weeks. Like, we had the water, a couple little floods, just issues with the Jackery.
But the issues with the floods as well weren't with the main water tank or anything. It was actually with the gray water we were having some issues with. But we worked all that out. But
yeah, then we have a jerry can water thing, and it leaked. So we had just gotten the rug down, but the rug is, it dried. But it was just like, for me, when we made the bed, that was more work and more time than I thought it would be. You literally have so little space. You're hunched over, so you really have to be ready just to make the bed and get in it and go to sleep. And we figured that out the hard way. Because once you made the bed, you don't have access to stuff. You can't open the fridge. You can't open our bottom cabinets. Through trial and error, we're like, oh no, we made the bed and now I can't brush my teeth or whatever. So then we moved our toothbrush to somewhere. It's just been a couple weeks of constant readjusting, changing things out.
Like anything else, when you're in a small space, you have to be more organized. When you're in a bigger space, you can be less organized and it doesn't make any difference. But when you're in a small space, you have to be highly organized or it just feels chaotic. And initially, for the first couple of weeks, it was very much like that until we actually stopped at one. I can't remember where it was. We stopped and took a couple of hours and just reorganized everything in the whole back of the truck. And once we did that, things went a lot more smooth. And I think Kelly's anxiety came down, a notch or two. And that helped us to, I guess, work out our systems better, work out our routines better, that kind of thing, which has really helped a lot.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was pretty stressed out and cried a lot in the beginning. And the first 2 weeks, honestly, were me working, sitting all day, and then driving all night. I mean, that's how it was for the first 10 days we were in the truck. So only this past week, we've had a break. This is our first Saturday since we've been in the truck that we're not traveling. We're here in Sarasota now. We were more north in Florida. It was still kind of chilly, so we moved down here for the better temperatures and to see friends. And so, now we have a day to regroup and just walk around and just be out of the truck.
And reflect a little bit too.
So that's been good for us. And so I'm trying to think of all the other things. It felt like it was one thing after another for
Well, it has been a whirlwind. And if you've seen the last 2 videos, you know that we've been to Florida and back now twice. And so, as Kelly said, for the last couple of weeks, we have been on the go, always driving. So this is actually nice to be in one spot and we have nice weather. You can see the blue sky behind me. We're sitting here at the beach. We'll be on the beach. We're at the entrance to the beach. We'll be on the beach, but don't allow dogs.
Yeah.
And I've got Sophie with me.
We planned to
sitting in a huff over here. She's not on camera.
We planned on filming out there. I want to also say the workspace that Josh recreated, giving me a lower seats and bigger monitors and everything with that is working out much better. I can sit up straight, which I'm not doing now either. But
she's a lot less grumpy about it.
Yeah, I was in constant pain between sitting, driving, and then in that space where I couldn't sit up fully for an entire week. It just was really taking its toll on my neck and back. So it's good to be out and moving around and have a better workspace.
Yeah, and funny enough, out of all the adjustments and everything, Sophie's adjusting the quickest. She's like, yeah, whatever. I'll sleep in this bed. I'll sleep in any bed. That's fine. And she loves traveling in the truck because unlike the van, we had 2 seats in the front. This has got a bench seat. And we bought it with that in mind so that she could be between us. And she loves it. she lays down there. She'll put her head on my lap, or she'll turn. She'll put her head on Kelly's lap. So, you know, for hours on end, she is comfortable. She's settled. She loves it in there. And matter of fact, she still at times asks to go sit in the front of the truck as opposed to sit in the back.
She walks over like, no, I'm not going in the back. I want to be in the front.
Yeah.
We, you know, because we were traveling so much too, for the first 2 weeks, you know, we were eating on the run a lot too, and so our eating's been a lot different. You know, I haven't really done much meal prepping yet. I've been buying like salad bags and literally eating them out of the bag. And
now it is a lot warmer here as well. I mean, it's like 80 degrees, so it's warmer, and we're wanting lighter, fresher stuff. You know, we don't necessarily want heavy meals at the moment because it's not cold. But what Kelly's saying is still true. That still holds true. That we're not really cooking much because of that.
And we can, and as we go along, we'll be able to park at places and take the induction stove out. I'm still making my coffee in the morning in there, and you know, we have the ability to cook on the counter within, just like we did in the van. It's just with circumstances we haven't done it as much. So we're hoping to add that back into our routine as well. But we also only have one more week. We thought we'd have 3 weeks here, but now it's going to be 2 because of the travel back and forth, because we have to go back home for a couple weeks for appointments. So then, you know, we'll be back in frigid temperatures again. So we're going to soak in the sun here while we can. But yeah, I feel like with the bed making, like we definitely have a little more routine and things are going smoother, because there was a few days there I just thought this is like an impossibility, and how viable will this be? One of the other things is, you know, on our drive down initially that first week, we had to stop at a Walmart and we got padding for my bed. Like the bed situation, we have ordered like a foam mattress for it, so we'll get that when we go back home and try that out, because right now, like, pad I'm sleeping on is better than what I was sleeping on.
It's only about 1 inch, and it's high density, so it's pretty firm.
It's really hard. Yeah.
And I'm just sleeping on a camping little, you know, 1/4 inch camping mattress.
We're pretty cramped with sleeping. I mean, we've had some pretty sleepless nights, but I think we're adjusting to it. And one night I slept like opposite heads and feet, but then the truck was kind of down, so I woke up with like a massive headache because I think blood was like rushing to my head all night. But and Sophie, if she's at our feet, we're a little bit better, but if she's not, we're in trouble.
That depends on the temperature, because when we were further north and it was colder, she was wanting to come in between us and cuddle and all that, and that was really crowding us out. And now that it's warmer, she's hanging out down by our feet so that she can spread out and be cooler, and that actually works out better for us.
We took the curtains down. We had bought these attachments. What do you call it? Like brackets for the rods. And I had seen them on TV, and like they're, you know, just lift up and put them in after they get screwed in. They're really easy to maneuver, but the curtains were in our way a lot. We have to constantly access the jackeries, and then, you know, getting in and out. So I said to Josh one day, why don't we just get rid of this? And for me, like, it's not like with the van, I felt like our galley was nice. It was real homey. We had the comforter. We don't have any of that stuff, but the functionality of it, because it's smaller, takes precedence way over like the aesthetics of it. So we took them down, and now we have nothing. It's just raw open. You know, the ceiling, there's a lot of imperfections, and like I said, I'm learning to live with, you know, all these perfectly imperfections, perfectly imperfect, as I say. So yeah, it's been a learning, growing experience, and yeah, I think I've come a long way, but I just want you to know it wasn't easy. That's right. Josh. He's been so patient and supportive, but yeah, the struggle's been real for me, but I think I'm turning the tide here with it.
I think she's turning the tide too, very much so. But what would you say, out of everything, is the single biggest hurdle that we have overcome that's made it better for you?
I'd say my workspace is one, and getting in a groove with the bed routine. Like, he gets up and walks over, I walk Sophie, and one of us gets the bed made, because you can't function with the bed up. You know,
Does take up a lot
you're
of
hunched
space.
over, and it's interesting if you have to go to the bathroom. So because it's so small, like you're on your knees, but you don't really have enough room. So we're like drinking all day long, and we stop at 5. So you can hold your urine all night long, and then go you know, in the morning, like, because we're always usually near a facility, or I could, you know, get on the floor and use it. So yeah, I think adjusting the bed and then the workspace have been the best
Yeah.
so far.
Okay. What would you say is the biggest challenge yet for us to overcome for you?
I think you really have to move everything. Like, so you can't open the refrigerator drawer fully. Some of the cabinets that he created on the galley side don't open fully. You have to reach around.
They're hard to get to.
There's not a lot of space for things. And one of the biggest things is because we don't have storage. So in the morning, we take our sleeping bags or like the padding, we have to move them to the front of the cab. And then we make up the bed, and we have the space. And then at night, you know, we have to move things to the cab again. So there's just not enough space for everything to be in the same place at the same time. So we're constantly maneuvering. We're outside a lot, which in nice weather is not a bad thing. But like when we first got here, it was cold. All the traveling down. When we go back home, it's going to be cold. So you're standing out in the rain, trying to maneuver. But we have learned to do it inside by ourselves, each one of us. So 'cause before we were like, I'm standing outside holding, you know, with everything. And luckily Sophie loves being in the cab because her blankets are up there. It's like her little lounge chair. So up there, she loves
She's
that.
comfortable. She enjoys
But
it.
it's a lot of moving back and forth. Like I just feel like we're constantly in motion because we have to, you know, go find places to do everything, and just readjusting to all that. You know, I had a lot more space in the van. I mean,
He's falling asleep.
Yeah.
it seems like so luxurious in some ways compared to this, but I'm definitely looking forward to softer mattress too. I think we both really need that.
Yeah, it'll be a big difference. And as you can tell, we're sitting at the entrance to the beach. Everyone's walking past, and they're commenting on Sophie and everything else. So when you see us being distracted, that's what it is.
She's sitting there. She looks so cute, and her
She's
eyes
sitting
are
out there.
closed.
I think the single biggest thing that if we change it will make things so much better, and we're looking into it actually, is storage space. Because we have so many things like all the bedding, that if we could just literally move it out of there and keep it in an external storage, it would just free up everything on the inside and declutter everything and give us all that space back. Because we're in a very small space. And think about if you're in a tent. If you have 2 sleeping bags, 2 sleeping mats and stuff, that starts taking up a lot of space. So we can get that stuff out. That's going to free us up to actually have the seating available and to sit there and to be a lot more comfortable. And so we're looking into that at the moment. We're looking at a new rear bumper that's got 2 swing out arms. And we'll put a storage box on each of those arms. Gotta keep hold of Soph. But have 2 swing out arms, have storage box on each of those arms, and then that will take away all that extra clutter and make it nice and I guess open for us as we sit, as we work in that space. And I think that's probably the biggest single thing that if we get that done, that's going to kind of revolutionize how we use everything and how we feel about that space. Would you agree?
I do, yeah. And I know it sounds like I'm complaining about everything, maybe I am, but it's a really big step to get in and out. Like when the bed is made, last night I got in there all by myself for the first time. Usually Josh is giving me a little shove up, a little butt shove.
The push.
push. And I was in flip-flops last night. I don't know, I felt like I had better gripping. And so there's like a hatch in the back, and he bought me a step, but we weren't able to get that installed for various reasons. So I really, like, it's a pretty big jump up and down, and I actually go backwards to get out in the morning just so I don't like jump out and fall, have my momentum forward. So the in and out, like, we're constant, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot more like we're always on the move and we're not driving, which is fine, but it's even navigating in and out, and Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's certainly different for us, and we're still adjusting. There's still more adjustments to be had, but we've come a long, long way from where we started, and a lot more comfortable in our own skin in the truck, which is a good step forward.
see, I'm not crying today.
That's a big step forward. So, while we are shooting this video, all of our friends and patrons up north, you're experiencing that big snow and ice storm that's happening. So we're
Thinking of
blue
you.
sky and 80-degree weather down here. And
Hi, girl.
what we're going to do is I'm going to put on a clip for you here now of us setting up the bed so you can see what all is involved in that. And we'll kind of finish this video with that. Just so you can see that there's a bit there.
You're gonna
And,
feel my pain after you watch this.
maybe. So
I'll try not to complain next video.
yeah.
I say that to Josh every day. Sorry.
But you'll see it anyways, and you'll get an idea of what we're going through. So
Okay, so let me show you how we make the bed. Look at all the space we got. Easy peasy, right? 15 minutes, no problem, right? In and out, switching, matching it up.
now, in Kelly's defense, I think it's like the second time she's ever done that. I normally do that.
I usually take it down in
She
the morning.
often takes it down. But
So I'm a little
It's-
rustier with that, but
yeah,
but you can see.
there's a bit to it, but what it means is it all the pins and stuff make it a very stable platform, so it doesn't move and all that, which is what we want. So yeah, it's a little bit of effort, but it's worth it to have a nice stable platform to sleep on.
We had one that like went out, like it had it out. We painted it and you just slid it out, and that's how we were gonna do it. But when we had the brackets on it, the brackets kind of collapsed. So that's why Josh got these really hardy brackets.
Yeah, these are steps. These are mountable steps.
And you can see,
So-
like, we had the curtain, this is where the curtain rods were right here, where he took them out. So here, there was a curtain, and the rods were right here. So I was like this, and it was like right in my eye. But now I can sit up a little bit higher and have more space, and just like reach and everything in here. You can see why, you know, the curtains were just too much. I'd rather have the raw look than, because trying to get in and out too, the rods were getting in the way and we were hitting them. So
Yeah.
so you can see I can't really sit up. So that's why when we make the bed, we just do it right before bed, and first thing as we get up, we undo everything.
Yeah.
And then we have these we'll store here on the shelf, but the mats and pads we put in the cab, so we can move things back and forth. On a warm sunny day it's not so bad, but when it's raining or cold out, it's not as pleasant.
It's not.
Let's just say.
Yeah. But it's nice to have it done. So. But thanks for watching this video. And if you're not already, please subscribe. We have a lot of people who are watching who aren't subscribed yet. It really helps us out if you subscribe. So please subscribe.
Yes,
Don't
please.
forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when a new video comes out. And we do have new videos that come out every Saturday on YouTube, and a day earlier without ads on Patreon.
Yeah.
So if you like that, then please click the link below and go over to Patreon and become a patron of ours, and you'll get them earlier and ad-free, as well as some exclusive stuff that's only on our Patreon page. But till then, thanks for watching. We'll see you out there.
See you out there. You're gonna have to do it because I can't do it, and we'll have to start this video over. It's ridiculous. I'm not doing it.